So I won't lie to you guys. TNA, they really messed everything up. If I'm being honest, it sucks to see. It does. It does. And you guys are probably wondering, well, why did TNA mess everything up? How did they mess it up? What is the reasoning? We're going to talk about all that in today's video. It's something that I've wanted to talk about, I've kind of shied away from, but I feel like because somebody who is now recently getting back into TNA, obviously having the big revamp that they did, I feel it's only right that we discuss exactly what happened and what's going on in TNA. So, without further ado, guys, if you're new here, definitely be sure to like this video. And when I say like it, I mean like that thing, you know? Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel because over on this channel, guys, if you like the video and you subscribe to the channel, what happens is we go to a different stratosphere. And if you don't know anything about stratospheres, we're trying to go there. We want to go see a different planet because here on Earth, it is weird and not fun at all. So we're trying to go to a different planet. We're trying to go see what's up and what's popping over there. So send us to the stratosphere, man. Send us to the damn stratosphere. So without further ado, guys, let's hop directly into the video.
Let's talk wrestling with Billy.
Oh, what is going on, guys? I'm not going to give you the bullshit spiel. We're just going to tell it like it is. Guys, TNA, they are currently in a basket world of shit shows. I'm going to be honest with you. So, if you guys can recall, TNA was having a huge revamp, and it was all on the back of Scott D'Amore. Obviously, the talent plays a very big portion of this, but Scott D'Amore, as I said on my live stream yesterday, Scott D'Amore is the man with the spirit of TNA. He breathed TNA. He wanted it to be TNA. Obviously, he's the one who pitched for it to be TNA. Scott loved that company. Scott loved Impact the same way he loved TNA, and he rode for them all through the years. So when Scott D'Amore got fired and it was abruptly announced and super random, they just kind of threw it at you and were like, hey, yeah, Scott D'Amore, the life of our company is gone, all because Anthem was looking for what they were looking to be more a part of it, the Anthem company itself. And then they made one of the guys from Anthem the president of TNA, and it's this whole weird thing. So then they have a meeting with talent, and they don't let talent speak, and it's a big old mess. And recently something happened along the lines with Josh Alexander where his contract was just extended. The contract was just extended, and it had nothing to do with him re-signing. And they announced it as he re-signed with the company, which, from my understanding and what I know, is not the case. So, TNA may have just made a huge mistake for themselves, and they may have kicked themselves in the foot. See, the thing about talent in wrestling is once they're normally behind somebody, that's the person that they want to continue behind. And Scott D'Amore was the person that roster wanted to continue behind. He was the guy for them. He made sense for TNA. So bringing anybody else into that was a horrible idea. I'm just going to be upfront and honest with you. It never made sense in the first place. So now, looking at TNA and where their future might be, that's to be seen. I'll be honest with you. Because you got somebody like Moose who is very loyal to the company, and obviously he just, I want to say before this, re-signed a very, very big contract with TNA. And you just kind of question it, right? Like the Jordan Graces of the world, who obviously did something in the Royal Rumble. She was outstanding there. Like, she'll probably end up in WWE. And the thing about it is that Scott D'Amore always knew that a lot of this talent would eventually go to AEW or WWE. He was always aware of that. But it didn't stop him from being great and creating new stars. That's why if you guys actually go watch TNA, if you're not a watcher, you would understand that they have some of the most compelling stories in TV because they are breeding talent to be great in other places. So I feel like when TNA took Scott D'Amore away from TNA, they took TNA away from TNA, if that makes any sense. They destroyed themselves. They did. Now, obviously, these are things to be seen, and we don't know how this guy's going to run the company, but knowing that Scott D'Amore is not there, it hurts. It does. It makes me not want to watch. Because that guy I knew was running the show, and I knew he was doing a good job running the show, bringing in Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler, for anybody who doesn't know. Bringing him in, and then that match between Josh Alexander and Will Ospreay at Snake Eyes, where, man, when I tell you that promo that Scott cut, I almost think he knew he was getting fired, because that man, he let it all out on the line, and that was some of the best spilled words I had ever heard. You breathe TNA, you breathe TNA, we breathe TNA, TNA forever. I'm here to tell you, Scott D'Amore was important to that company. And I seen on Twitter that a lot of the talent, they were tweeting hourglasses. Now, it does make me question if maybe they're trying to rehire Scott. I don't know. But one thing that I have said, and I'll continue to say, is that Scott was always going to land on his feet no matter where he went. Scott's going to be fine. Scott's so creatively inclined that wherever he lands, they're going to win out, right? Like, that's a guy that you want on your team. That's a guy that you want a part of your show. That's a guy who loves pro wrestling for all of its aspects, not just the entertainment value or the wrestling value, for all of its aspects. So, I see this, and then the thing with Josh Alexander and his contract, and it rubs you the wrong way, man. It does, especially because they brought Okada into, like, the rise that TNA was on, man, was just beautiful, 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 and it only lasted a month. And see, this has always been the argument with TNA. It's that they always kick themselves in their foot. They can never be led by good management. They can't. When they have something good, they destroy it themselves. That's the problem with TNA. That's why people can't get behind TNA, is because they're constantly destroying themselves. The company, not the talent, because the talent are obviously great. You have somebody like Eric Young, who's a veteran, a vet through TNA. Alex Shelley, a vet. Chris Sabin, a vet. Christopher Daniels. He's not in TNA. I'm tripping. But Frankie Kazarian. There we go. Vets. And you're like, man, oh man, oh man, these guys deserve so much better and more than what they're given. That's just my personal take on it. That's my personal opinion. I really want to get your guys' thoughts down below, and I would love to know what you guys think. Did TNA destroy themselves? Did they? I need you guys to let me know down below in the comment section below. Also, guys, I have a Discord. Feel free to join the Discord. We're going to be doing some cool things over on this channel. Hopefully, we'll be doing some more in real life stuff, not just me sitting here at a desk. I do plan on going out into the world, trying to do some cool things for you guys. I don't know, man. We'll see how this content game kicks out, but I know that there's going to be some cool stuff coming into the later months of 2024. So, guys, with that being said, that's all I have for you today. I appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll be talking to you later. Peace.